So I live in the greater Long Beach area, and a lot of people ask me to go places that are not Long Beach. Well, I'm doing that. I'm coming down to Irvine, and we're also going to hit Tustin a little bit. I spent a lot of time down in Irvine, and it's about time we saw it from the air. Let me quickly thank Flying Eyes for sponsoring this video. Helicopter fuel ain't cheap. And if you want to support the channel, you can go buy a pair of Flying Eyes sunglasses like the ones I'm wearing. We'll talk more about them in just a little bit. So here we come across suburbia. Many homes and many safe communities. Irvine is one of those places, it's a true master planned community where everything is exceedingly safe and the roads meander gently. Do you live in Irvine? Am I kind of getting the vibe right? Is that sort of what Irvine's all about? And yet, this is super weird. I noted in another video that you've got all this valuable real estate, and then right below us, they're growing trees.
Tower, Tustin 97154, ready for a southbound departure.
Number 97154, Giant Tower, Muzio, that's Kilo Cliff, takeoff, fly ready. Fly heading 150.
Clear, runway 20, left, fly heading 154, 97154.
Heading 150 and clear for takeoff 20 left, Kilo 97154.
Helicopter 285, frequency change.
Number 285, ready 7 minutes, clock VFR, free change proof.
Frequency change proof, good day. Okay, we are outside of John Wayne's airspace. Let's take a look at the Irvine Spectrum. And, we're still in Corona times, at least is when I'm shooting this, and probably when you're watching this. So let's see what the Irvine Spectrum, in all its majesty, looks like when it's completely abandoned. Let's see, we've got luxury apartment homes with many, many palm trees beneath us. We've got Mazda's facilities, and as a car guy, that means something to me. And then I want to say, isn't Blackberry based over here as well? I know, Blackberry. Helicopter 285 operating over the Irvine Spectrum 1000. Okay, I'm going to slow down a little bit here, just to linger next to my friends at Mazda. This is the Irvine Spectrum beneath us. This is the, Blackberry off to the left side of the helicopter. Okay, this is the best parking I have ever seen at the Irvine Spectrum. I've never seen it this mellow. Even then, there are still some cars. I wonder if those are rentals or unsold new cars. Hard to tell. This is, you know what, I always like an interchange. Interchanges always look so cool. This is the 4055 interchange, where they merge back up. Just take a moment. You think I'm crazy saying interchanges are cool, but I think I just proved you wrong. I mean, really, look, it's kind of awesome. All those tiny little cars. All right, we've seen the interchange. Again, check it out. All these farms. It's just wild to me that you can have all this space that is probably very, very valuable, and let's grow some agriculture on it. By the way, I think that's a very cool thing, not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just think it's really interesting, and I wonder how long it'll last. Okay, I'm going to make one last quick pass over the Irvine Spectrum, and then we're going to go look at, I call it El Toro, but now it's like the Orange County Great Park. All right. There's your Spectrum. And look, we're going to get a view of the Blackberry building, which, according to the number on its roof, can hold 15,000 pounds. There we go. I'm going to need a heavier helicopter. Okay, we're going to go over to look at El Toro, but first, a quick word about Flying Eye sunglasses.
I only wear Flying Eye sunglasses when I'm flying the helicopter. I have for years, long before they were a sponsor. I'm going to tell you why with blinding speed. Ironic. The temples are 1 millimeter thin, and you can do this. Crazy thin temples mean a perfect headset seal, helping my active noise canceling headsets work correctly. I can put my Flying Eyes on and off without taking off my headset. It's also helpful when I'm wearing my helmet which I promise I only use when I'm riding my motorcycle. The lenses are shatterproof polycarbonate and block 100% of UV light. And if you don't have 20/20 eyes, Flying Eyes makes bifocals. Use the promo code Micah for 10% off. There's a link in the description.
So if you want to support the channel and you need sunglasses, Flying Eye sunglasses. Okay, so you can see that there used to be a Marine Corps air station over here because they still have the runways, which is really nice. Oh, and there's an amphitheater. FivePoint Brewing. I'm going to make a quick call here. Helicopter 285 operating over El Toro 900. I know it's not El Toro, but I'm over the part that looks like a runway, so I'm just going to call it El Toro. I'm passing over 34 right. Yeah, so they're slowly tearing this stuff down and turning it into...
traffic, Coyote 28 Single Cobra, working the Mal sites, working our way from Site 10 to Site 8.
There's a Cobra. Okay. Site 10 to Site A. Oh, and look, there's still the tower over here. It's really neat to fly over this stuff. You guys remember Independence Day? I want to say that this is where they were all trying to get to. So we got the old tower here. Really neat to see from above. And then you've got the old hangars. A tradition of excellence. That's the slogan down there. And I want to say that this is the site of Ken Block's first Gymkhana video, too. A lot of history. And then this is a ton of nice, in fact, I have friends who live over in these neighborhoods here. Very nice homes. And then one of the most iconic sites in the greater Irvine area, especially here at the Orange County Great Park, is this orange balloon, which I'm not going to overfly. It's not like it's going to suddenly pop up or anything, but next to the baseball diamonds over here, those are some very nice baseball diamonds. We've got this balloon, and I want to say it's like the only freestanding balloon. Well, freestanding's not the right word, but it's a helium balloon, and there's an observation deck on the bottom of it, and there's a high-tension wire, and they'll let it up, and you can go check out the views. And I want to say it's free, so if you're in the greater Irvine area, check the schedules and maybe come check out the balloon. And what's fun is during Halloween, they light it up like a pumpkin. Good times. There it is. You can probably see it over my shoulder. Doing a lap, and we'll head along. Oh yeah, they're probably not running it right now because of the global pandemic. Bummed that's still going on. All right. We're going to quick blast north. Go check out Tustin. Oh, you know what? I did promise somebody that I would take a quick peek at Irvine High School. So let's go do that real quick. It's just on the edge of John Wayne's airspace, so I'm not going to intrude on that airspace, but I'm just going to go take a quick peek from outside. Helicopter 285, Orange County Great Park, north, correction, west, 1000. We have many more red tile roofs. It's the land of red tile roofs. Good, got a little bit of a tailwind here. I want to say, I think I can see Irvine High School. By the way, I'm going to quickly note that there's a lot more haze right now than has been in some of my recent Micah Flies flights. Okay, yeah. Okay, so there we are. I'm going to just come near it, but not over it. Take a look at Irvine High School. You know, when I tell somebody I'm going to fly over something, I really try to do it. That's a nice looking high school. Got a little lake and everything. Jeez. None of my schools had lakes. Good on you, Irvine High School students. Let's hope you can get back to school at some point. All right. I'm going to now fly over all of these nice little neighborhoods. And we're going to end up over at Lake Irvine. Or is it Irvine Lake? I always want to, like, swap those. Irvine Lake. And on the way, we're going to check out a little bit of Tustin. Oh, yeah. There's probably some very quiet shopping over here. Well, no, I take that back. So as of when I'm filming this, what is it, May 8th? They're starting to open things up a little bit. So who knows? Maybe there's some action happening over here at, what's that, a Target? Also, off the left, you probably can't make out, but there's the old blimp hangars. It's a really, really neat space. I was there for the launch of the new C8 Corvette. Very, very cool to see. But they're right in the flight path for John Wayne Airport, so flying over those is going to be a little bit tricky. Not saying it's impossible, but might be a little tricky.
Toro practice area, helicopter 906 Lima, midfield, maneuvering 1,800.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to check out some frequencies here. Okay. And that's how you fly. You make little noises and stuff. It's real fun. Despite the haze and the little bit of gustiness, it's a really nice day to be out flying.
Harbor traffic, red and white, low wing is 1,700 feet, descending over Angel's Gate.
So what should happen is I should emerge over this hill here and hopefully get a lovely view of Irvine Lake. Let's see what happens. Can Micah navigate? Does he know how to get from one point to another? And actually, it's a lot easier to get from one point to another with the advent of GPS. Back when I started, you had to use like paper charts and Moxie and intuition. Oh, wait, what do we have here? Is that Irvine Lake peeking out there? Sure is. Look, a helipad I'm not allowed to use. I mean, I could if they told me I could, but I don't know who to talk to about that helipad.
Traffic, Coyote 28, single Marine helicopter departing in the Mal site, checkpoint south 3,000 feet.
Marine Corps helicopters. By the way, one of the things that's been so wonderful about doing these Micah Flies videos is
Harbor traffic, red and white, low wing, 1,000 feet, doing turns around a point, Angel's Gate.
Is hearing from other air crews and people who work in aviation, air traffic controllers, flight crews, just all the people that make aviation possible, and then also the people who don't really care about the aviation but just like seeing stuff. It's been wonderful to hear from you. All right, there's your Irvine Lake view. I almost said Lake Irvine again, didn't screw it up. Seriously, thank you guys so much for joining me for these videos. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe.